The people of this fishing village collected the road, found a stone, then removed the moss that was on the surface, making it unrecognizable, thrown by a fisherman on the side of the road. Builders took it upon themselves to fill in the cracks in the wall. The wall was destroyed by artillery fire. Don't know how many years have passed, it's still standing. Until one day the girl climbed over the wall, stepped on it with her bare feet, and watched the prince train his horse inside. But he accidentally slipped and fell. Ground falling and breaking, show the golden parts. The girl quickly took it home. Use a chisel to remove the rock layer from the surface, but accidentally hit it somewhere, making a puff of red smoke immediately spew out. He was caught in the giant's shadow. The girl was so scared that she fainted on the spot. A hand to support her and wake the girl up with magic. He said no malice. It was a spirit imprisoned in this jar. Will repay the person who saved him. Will grant 3 wishes for them. If you can free the elves from the curse and set them free. Girl talks about her first wish, want to be prince's wife. Then he took out the magic substance, poured it into the girl's hand. Then read the girl's name in the prince's ear. At first glance when the prince saw her, attracted by her beauty, as she wished to be the prince's wife. But it also attracts the jealousy of other girls. In order to conceive the royal child as quickly as possible, he granted her second wish, and hide the magic potion where no one knows. But the prince loved her very much. Envious people think that the prince intends to ascend the throne. At their instigation, the king sent panic to the barracks. Let the guards strangle him to death, and order his wife's execution. Knowing this, God immediately came to him. Quickly run the third query. He lets her out of the bottle and sets her free. But after learning that it was bribed, he thought the genie had tricked him, so got angry and quickly ran away. Unfortunately, he was caught by guards at the exit, put him in a black cloth bag and threw him into the sea. Can't carry out his third wish, then he becomes a spirit and walks around the palace. Until many years later, a strange boy walked in here. Accidentally discovered that the ground is hollow below. He is curious and wants to explore. Another little prince came. The two of them used all their strength to break it apart, but failed because it was too heavy. The lady goes to stop them, scold them for being naughty. The strange boy got scared and ran away. Jin lost his chance to be free. Soon a boy with the look of the supreme ascended the throne. But by nature he was very warlike and led his troops everywhere. Encounter enemy troops on your way. The mother who received this news and thought her son had died in battle, and placed her other son on the throne, continued to take care of major affairs for the royal family. Locked in a room full of women, he got angry and threw them out. The king led his troops out of the encirclement and back into the palace. His fighting spirit made him resolute, where he whittled down his brother's supporters and ascended the throne. But when she opened the door, only to find that she was surrounded by boundless desire. Turns out it's just trash. The king hated his mother and left. Until many years later, a fat woman, unfortunately slipped while taking a bath. Destroy the hidden magic jar. Make the captive return to the light again. He rushed to grant the fat woman's 3 wishes. But the fat woman doesn't even believe it. Guess he was peeking while she was taking a bath. Then throw the magic jar into the sea. Years passed, a girl found a magic bottle in the stomach of a fish. Strange things are about to happen. This is the fish he bought as a side dish. Women use knife to cut belly of fish. A bottle of gold falls from it. He carefully cleaned the surface of the jar. Think to make money because of gold. Accidentally touch the bottle cap and it opens. A shadow appears. The appearance of the goblin will grant his 3 wishes. But he is in no hurry to fulfill his wish. Instead, introduce the exhibition to him. Handmade goods. He gets shocked. Did not expect to see these items after hundreds of years. This world is more mysterious than magic. Then he witnessed another invention of the girl. See the girl flip the switch, the device spins fast and flies slowly into the air. It was here that the first object that could fly was born, but sadly it was a girl. There is no voice in society. If not, his achievements can surpass those that are famous out there. So he came with his first wish, wanting to have lots of books to add to his knowledge. Then, he gave her all the necessary cleansers. History, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, the girl studied hard every night. Obviously can't read everything quickly. He thought of a way. Turn all the books into liquid, then put them in bottles to preserve. Just drink it to gain knowledge in it. Soon bottles of knowledge filled the house. Yet even if he learned that much, but there are still unresolved issues, such as elusive knowledge. This made him very angry and worried. So his second wish, to be like him, to be able to understand everything. Immediately everything was in his eyes. Everything can be understood quickly. He could finally understand the most difficult theorems, such as electromagnetic fields and microscopic matter. This is also the source of the problem. A strange phenomenon occurred, he wouldn't appear either, so he stopped short of granting the third wish. This made the girl very angry. Blame the genie for not granting his wish. If unable to do so, he would prefer genies not in his world. Unexpectedly, this sentence became his third wish. So the genie was put in the bottle. Like nothing else in this world. Because he forgot to help her. Until that year an antique collector found it in a pile of items in a shop. But the shop owner did not tell his origin. That it was for display in the house. At night, use a brush to brush away the dirt on the surface. But accidentally opened the bottle. Clouds of red and black smoke came out, causing him to panic. So it's an ancient magic pot. The woman was cleaning the dirt on the surface, but accidentally a mysterious force broke the mouth of the bottle. A string of red and black flames shot out from the mouth of the bottle, slowly condensing into a tall black creature. Woman trembled out of the room, she couldn't believe what she saw. So close your eyes to be calm. Hope what he just saw was just an illusion. But until he opened his eyes again, only saw that the giant creature was still ahead. Woman tried to communicate with him in different languages. Sure enough, when he used the ancient language, the man understood. In return granting her 3 wishes. Then place your hand on the bookshelf. Acquire computer knowledge. Immediately learn the language and habits of modern life. Turns out she was the maid of the ancient Greek queen. Because he accidentally peeked into the queen's secret, he was imprisoned by the shaman in a golden jar. Until the person who released him fulfills 3 requests, the new curse is removed. He asks her to grant 3 wishes soon. Let him get his freedom back sooner. Although a modern person, this person has many fairy tale books. Know that desire will pay the appropriate price. Now he feels comfortable. I don't want to suffer some unreasonable loss. So she asked him, what would be the consequences if he didn't do it?
That wouldn't
He talks about what happened. Lonely in this bottle. Have failed many times. After hearing that, he was deeply moved by the situation. I still regret thinking about my life, so he said his first wish, be his girlfriend. Hope we can be happy together. He was surprised that the woman thought this way. But only after a moment of hesitation, finally agreed to his request. But the happy days didn't last long. Goblins can't stand the noise of the city. Because of his sensitive feelings, he can hear sounds that humans cannot hear. For example, some loud noises make him very uncomfortable, but he still tries to live in harmony. Try integrating into human society, listen to good music, everything is going in a good direction, but whatever comes must come. One day he saw that the house was full of dust, reached out his hand and patted him on the shoulder. Just seeing that his body is slowly disappearing, don't want his lover to see him like that. Pretend to leave, but he still realized, his body began to change. It is no longer relevant to today's society. The second step, hopefully he can return to his world. As soon as the voice spoke, the magic vial that locked them broke where they finally got the freedom they wanted. But have to go through painful days. In the last days, she lay in his arms. See his body fade away. This could be their last hug. After a few days the genie disappeared. He arranges his clothes to be removed. Go somewhere and be sad alone. He recorded his thoughts in a diary. Record the story of his previous life. As usual, on that day he took a walk in the park. Seeing a familiar figure not far away, he closed his eyes and calmly took a deep breath. Like their first meeting. But when he opened his eyes again, his lover came forward. Perhaps his third wish had been granted. They will be together forever. Have a good life.